I am in my head right now, but that's not new. That's not new. I am always kind of in my head because I am always fixated on perfection and being good enough. Like, I am always thinking I want to be good enough while simultaneously thinking I will never be good enough. Like, I recently hit 500 subs on YouTube. And while in the grand scheme of things, that is not that many subs on YouTube, you know what I mean? There's people out here with 100 million. Who give a fuck? That's still an accomplishment, but I can't appreciate that it is an accomplishment because of just how much I am in my head all the time, and I compare myself to other people all the time. It is weirdly, it's just weird dichotomy, because I will look at people who started like a year ago or so like I did and think, oh wow, they're so much bigger than I am, what am I doing wrong? And I'll look at their content and I'll be like, their content isn't nearly as thought out as mine, nearly as funny, nearly as insightful, etc, etc. But on some level, I think that is ego, but also kind of realistic. But it is only when I'm comparing myself to others that I believe that I am good enough, and that is in of itself a bad habit. I shouldn't only be good enough when I am looking at the content of someone who I think isn't as good as me at something, or is doing something similar as me and not doing it as well. Like, I should be good enough all the time. Like, I shouldn't doubt myself. I shouldn't need to look at other people and then that's when I believe I'm good enough. I should be good enough all the time. And it is unfortunate that like I have this mindset that I'm genuinely trying to work on. I'm genuinely trying to get better at just going, hey man, you make good stuff. The people who like your stuff will find your stuff eventually. You just gotta keep making stuff and get it out there. There's people out here who are doing like the most mundane of simple tasks, and that's okay, you know, get that money. But like, there's people out here who are doing very mundane, simple tasks, and they have an audience. There's an audience for everything. You just have to find yours. But also, in the meantime, until you find your audience, I need to get better at not doubting myself so much. I need to be better about just going, okay, I am still worthy and I'll still work hard. I'm still worthy of an audience because I work hard and this is what I want. I believe that anyone genuinely, as long as you want something enough and you take the steps towards attaining it, it's not out of your reach. You don't know when it's going to happen, but it's not outside of your reach. You just have to keep working at it, you know? And I've never been good. Well, I was going to say I've never been good at working at something and not being bad at something. But I was just thinking about it. I am good at being bad at things, because when I want something, when I'm like genuinely working at something, like I wasn't very good at editing videos, but eventually I worked at it and got pretty decent at it. And I need to keep working at everything else, you know, like stream of consciousness is something I genuinely need to work on, that I want to work on, that like I am slowly getting better at, but like I'm nowhere near where I'd like to be. And that's unfortunate, but like it's not the end of the world. You just got to keep practicing. I don't know how people can just like yap and not have like a vague anxiety attack, you know, because like everything I think goes through like this weird filter, and because it goes through this weird filter, I like scrutinize everything I do. I can tell that filter is being whittled away at every time I stream and like tell myself, okay, talk for at least 10 minutes, just talk on like without stopping for at least 10 minutes, and then like you can react or do whatever you want to do that you have planned for the stream, but you just have to warm yourself up for 10 minutes. And I think it's been helping. I think it's been helping to like unlock like those barriers I have of like doubt and anxiety, and I'm glad I have been doing that, and I'm glad that I have like finally hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. It is really crazy. Like, you'll see like massive streamers who have like 1 million or even 500,000 or even 100,000, you know what I mean, and think, oh, okay, like you'll see how top heavy like YouTube and Twitch and everything is, and think like that those numbers are like realistic in a way, like they're like, oh, okay, like that amount of people subscribed or following you is the norm. And if you are nowhere near the norm, or if you are not where you think you should be. It like skews something in your brain where it's like, no, that's just a massive amount of people. The fact that I have hit 500 people subscribe to me, even if like not every one of those 500 people check out every single one of my videos, 500 people is like what, like a small concert of people. Like if there was an indie band or garage band that hit, like was like working hard and finally hit and was able to play a room full of 500 people, they would shit themselves. They would have the time of their lives because they had worked up to 500 people. And I think like being online really skews what people view as like large or small when it comes to proportions and content creation. 500 people is massive, and I appreciate every single one of those 500 people. Like when I saw the number hit 500, I damn near cried because I thought, wow, 500 people thought I like this guy's stuff, let me keep up with what he's doing. And that's that, like, again, like I know it's not like an insane amount of people, but 500 people thought, damn, let's see what this like let's keep up with what he's doing. And that means that like the absolute world to me, that like there's that many people who wants to keep up with little old me, you know what I mean? Like as someone who has been depressed since I was like 6 years old, it is, I don't know, I don't like I feel like I'm about to cry right now, but like I have never liked myself. I've never thought I was worthy of anything. And the fact that there's 500 people that was like, yeah, like I like it here, I'm a stay here, is insane to me. You know, like I'm not that big yet. And even though I'm not that big yet, I still get like hate comments and people being shitty to me. But I think it's important to remember that like even when people are shitty to me, there's still 500 people at least that was like, yeah, this kid's got it. And that's awesome. I think, you know, ever since I was young, like a child, I've only ever wanted to like entertain people. I've only ever wanted to make people laugh and talk shit into a microphone, you know? And the fact that I get to do that even on a small scale is, it means the world to me. Holy shit, I'm starting to cry. But yeah, anyway, I'm just happy to be here and that I get to talk shit into a microphone, even though I don't make any money from it yet. I'm just happy to be here and that people want to listen. Anyway, enough of me getting emotional.